Hey guys, what is up? Today we're on location in my car, and the reason we're in my car is because we're going to talk about a podcast. I want to tell y'all about this podcast, and if you are interested in true crime, which you probably are because you are here on my channel, and you're subscribed, and if you're not, then go ahead and subscribe. Okay, that's it. This podcast that I got hooked on, and I binge listened to all 10 episodes in one day. It's called Cousins by Blood, okay, and it's about Ivan Cantu, who is on death row, and he's on his last leg. He's done. They could put a death sentence on him at any moment. So this private, he's just, his time is up. Now, it's one of those cases that you really don't know whether he's guilty or not. If he's guilty, it's horrific. It's a horrific case and very selfish. And look, I'm still on the fence. But if he's innocent, it is so sad because it's his cousin and his cousin's fiance that he is convicted of murdering. And he's been on death row for 20 years. Now, this case takes place up in Dallas, which is North Texas, which is where I grew up. And so that also caught me, of course, you know. Any kind of Texas cases are always. And look, Texas don't play. Texas don't play. When it comes to the death penalty, Texas don't play. I think they are the highest at carrying out death sentences in the country. They're up there if they're not the highest. So yeah, it's called Cousins by Blood. I am torn. I really do not know whether he's guilty or innocent. Once you start looking at it, at the beginning of it, you're definitely going to think that he's guilty. You're going to be like, oh yeah, this is that. But then when you listen to the podcast, then it gets a little more, you know, cloudy. There's just some good details, and I obviously am not sponsored by this thing, and I don't even know the guy that made it, but I am addicted to it. I cannot stop thinking about Ivan being on death row. I just can't get it out of my mind. If he's guilty, what a asshole. What a horrible thing to do to your own cousin. Selfish, drug-fueled probably. That's what it has. It has drugs and partying and city life, you know. And this is in 2000, late 90s, you know. That's my era, too. So, I just thought I'd throw a video up here and tell y'all, go and check this podcast out if you like true crime, because this is good. And it's 10 episodes. It's the very first season. It's all up there. I highly suggest, and you know, even Bob Ruff from Truth and Justice even tweeted out to watch, you know, give it a listen. It was worth a listen. I totally think it's worth a listen. It's one of those that makes you think, could this guy have done this? Really? And then when you listen to his alibi, or what his side of the story is, oh, you just gotta hear it. You just gotta hear it. So that's I wanted to give, I literally just had to come and tell y'all, like, oh my God. I said, I'm fixing to make a video about this podcast because if he is innocent, then look, there's a petition you could sign because there needs to be evidence that was not brought into his case. He got a really shitty, let me just say, I will tell you this, he got a shitty trial. Basically, he needs a new trial. He literally on death row, and not one witness was called in this case. To me, and I personally even said this on the Reddit thread, I think it's illegal. I think that if you're on trial for your life or death, and you don't have one witness called, I think that's illegal. I think totally, I mean, I know that's, you know, your right to whatever, not to call anybody. But if you're alive or death and you don't call one witness, then you look guilty. You look guilty. So that's what happened to Ivan Cantu. It really is a fucked up story. Because if he did it, it's fucked up. And if he didn't do it, it's fucked up. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get on here, pop on here, seriously push this case. Ivan Cantu, Cousins by Blood. You can get it on Spotify. They have it on Apple Play. I think it's on other ones, but I listen to Spotify. So, probably Stitcher too. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to get on. and talk to y'all about today. I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Go check this podcast out. I'm not kidding. You won't regret it. I promise.